What's going on, Workforce? Brian here.
Chris here.
And today we're diving into a lot of Final Fantasy XIV news. We've got Hatching Tide, aka Easter. We've got more quality of life experiences coming your way with patch 5.5. And this week on Friday, we'll have the patch notes and more. So it's going to be a wild ride for Final Fantasy XIV. But Chris, before we dive into that, what should we share with them today?
So we actually have been giving away some Lunar Rail coasters from time to time on stream. But this week, I'm excited to share that in addition to those, we will be giving away Work to Game stickers.
What?
So, how cool are those?
I also ordered a special Work to Game beanie, so that's going to be coming. And
Can't get a headband made. I'm working on it.
Oh man, you got to jump on that. Also, guys, if you guys aren't following Chris, he's actually been doing a couple of what we've been just lovingly calling Chris rants, and those will be starting to trickle back out on gaming, kinda. So you can hang out with them and rant with them live, or see if you can't trigger a rant. They're completely organic, and it's just a whole ton of fun. So links are all in the description for you guys if you're interested in it. But let's not delay. Let's dive into the obviously delayed Easter event. Everything's delayed. This is coming, past Easter, but I'm so happy that we're getting it, namely because we didn't get Halloween. Halloween was kind of sacrificed to the year of COVID. This year, honestly, at the end of the day, when you're looking at these giant chicken suits, the question is, Chris, what are you going to what role is this? Your gatherer? Is this going to be your healer? Like, you have the most obscene outfits for like specific roles. Tell us what
I mean, we had the bunny in the past, and I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
I was subscribed, I just didn't do it. I think you can buy it on the Mog Station now. So if you ever miss this stuff, you can go back and buy it. I don't know. Maybe my healer. Looks like we're gonna get a tabletop egg pouch and a tabletop little waffles and some little marshmallow peep type things. Hopefully it's dyeable. Not everything in the game is. That's one of those things that comes up at Q&A is can you make this specific item I'm using dyeable? I don't think it would be a problem, but if it's dyeable, I think it might be my healers. I would love to run around as a chicken. It looks absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, like when you see it rendered in game.
Late.
Yeah.
And that's because they make these experiences unique. So the benefit is that it's not a rinse and repeat. I mean, I've been playing World of Warcraft for 15 years off and on, and this year I went ahead and just finished up the last items I was missing. They didn't add anything new. So that means theoretically next year when this event comes around, the Noble Garden event, and WoW, I won't have anything to do. So I appreciate that. The downside is that that means it's subject to any delays that are common at the time, which in 14 is rare, but right now we're kind of catching up. And so it is odd that our Easter event is not live as Easter gets further and further into the past, but it will be here with patch 5.5.
Now, it just says chat is confirmed as well, but also the symbol on the image, these are dyeable, so you can decide to be all kinds of crazy colors. So for those of you who've never, I love that they make the symbol of the map and egg, guys. Like, the team is freaking top-notch. But if you guys have never done an event, or you just need a memory or a refresher because you're coming back, you got to be at least level 15, and this one's actually kicking off in Gridania, so be sure to go check that out at the amphitheater, and you can do that from April 14th through April 28th. So be sure to jump on that if you want the achievement, or if you want some crazy glamour that you won't have to purchase later if you end up having that buyer's remorse. Oh man, why didn't I take advantage of that? And there you go. So
are there any events in game that don't start in Gridania that aren't the worldwide events, like Moogle Tomestones and stuff, where they're all the capitals, or Yokai Watch, where it takes you around?
They all start in one of the specific capitals. Each capital has kind of...
Seems like Gridania is the most common.
That's probably for the ones that we do the most, because Halloween's there.
Okay.
But then you have the summer events that are usually in La Nicia, like not La Nicia, that's the area, but within Limbs of Lavenza.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always in that amphitheater.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. The amphitheater is where it's at, dude. Gridania is the best. Adders for life, man. If they ever bring back any kind of like rivalry between the grand companies, you'll see a huge smile on this gingerly face. Okay, so quality of life. On to Dawn. Why don't you take us through this this post? This is some really cool stuff, guys.
On to Dawn, the developer's blog. Okay, so yeah, speaking of Gridania, achievements, there will be less of a reason to go to Gridania now. Currently, the way it works is if you want to get it between now and the patch releasing, every time you got an achievement that has an award, you walk off to Jonathan or whatever his name is, tucked in a waterfall, deep in the northern half of Gridania where you never go. Other than events. And that's been what that is. That's now moving to in the pane. So like when you achieve it, you can claim your little thing right there from that. Keep in mind that when you do claim that stuff, this is a game of inventory management. So, you know, it doesn't seem like there's any penalty to just letting it sit there if you're not ready to claim it. We'll also be moving to triple triad deck rules, as they've been trying to get us back more into being sure to use the full catalog of content. They've been making things easier to get into. Triple triad is one of those things that's always benefited people with large collections, but that meant that the further we were in, the harder it was to get started. You could only have 1 or 4 5-star cards in your deck. That's really frustrating when trying to beat trainers in current zones, which are meant for people with large collections, because the trainers, of course, can break those rules. So we are changing the way that stuff works to where we can have 1 5-star, 2 4-star, and no limit on 3 stars. So that is an outrageously powerful deck compared to what it was. The release menu for fishing, those of you that think there are trash fish that you do not want to desynth, you do not want to try to sell on the market board, you can now actually decide what types of fish you'd like to release. And then we're getting new emotes. Earlier in the day, my understanding is that they had accidentally updated the site a little too well, and it had some leaked emotes on it. So we will be seeing some new emotes. As of March 2021, we will have over 100 different emotes available in game through various methods. So that is exciting. Guys, I think one of them was like an eat pizza emote. So, you know, pivotal. There was like a shush emote that people were talking about. So emotes are always just a fun way of adding flavor to the game. Thank you, Developer Blog, for keeping us up to date on all the quality of life.
It's going to be, honestly, I really love to see all of this finally coming together. It's been, just been hungry for 5.5, and this is the like the whole pinnacle taking us to start us really kind of like barreling us towards Endwalker. And then, I mean, it's crazy, right? Because we have this here next week. It's like it's already here, right? Patch notes this weekend, patch next week. Oh, dude, it's going to be freaking incredible. Then, counting down 1 month, like basically 1 month till the FanFest, finally getting that second job reveal. And I can hear Mike out there.
Lunar whale.
Lunar whales. Guys, if you aren't aware, Chris and I were going to give away some lunar whales to those of y'all. And in order to help kind of do that, we're having ads that run here on Twitch. So that ad money is piling up. We're going to take that. We're going to hopefully buy a couple of lunar whales to be able to give away. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Now, the final part of this video itself, just kind of in a newsy type post, is that the special site got updated for patch 5.5 with a lot of new images. So if you guys didn't catch all of our summary stuff that was from the live letter, this is a really good opportunity to kind of come back and check out the new images themselves. Is there any particular image that stands out to you, Chris, that you want me to highlight on screen right away?
I know you always like to see some Roth, so I think that's good. Seeing the Unreal Trial, seeing some Leviathan there is always good. But I think the image that jumped out to me is not new here, but just, you know, showing off that crystal clear, high quality 4K resolution. So how crisp the images are going to look for those of you in the PS5 open beta, and that will be rolling out to other platforms as well. So moving the UI to feeling crisper, more up to date. When you play new games and then you play games that have been live service, which it's new content, but on an old and aging platform, sometimes it feels really stark when you play something like New World coming out for the very first time this year, and then you go back and you play 14, you're like, what? So seeing this, I think it's really exciting to give it a nice fresh facelift for all the people that are probably this year going to be trying out 14 for the very first time, or returning to it, as you know, the other big MMO in the room kind of struggles to release content on time.
It's gonna be
the go ahead. Rainmaker haircut is also coming back. That's not a screenshot that I think you have pulled up. It basically looks like, I would say, like it's got like a little thing in the back, and then it kind of like flows off to one side. Much prettier. Give it a shot. It'll be MGP.
So on that note, though, it's like this is going to be a really, I think, epic year for the MMO RPG. Yes, WoW is struggling. We've kind of covered that. We don't need to kind of rehash that. Those are probably even bigger video topics themselves, but we have Endwalker, we have End of Dragons. All we have to do right now is wait for Destiny to rename the Witch Queen to End of the Witch Queen, so that we have the Year of the Ending, or the Zone of Enders, if you will. And so it's that we've got that. And then you also kind of touched on New World. And if Amazon, and this is a bigger topic, but just kind of a note that just always keeps popping in my head, because at least from everything we've seen and what I've gone hands-on with, the core of that game, if they can deliver content after content, it might be a really great game to check out before Endwalker. And then once you kind of do all your Endwalker stuff, like they'll pre even more content, assuming that Amazon doesn't get like cold feet and decide to say, all right, we tried and we're out of it. But one of the things I will say about that world, it's breathtaking. When you look at what they're doing with Final Fantasy XVI, it's like they built like this engine, and I can't wait to see what Yoshi P and team do when he kind of teases Final Fantasy XX. If you guys aren't aware, in an interview he teased that maybe one day they'll change 14's name to Final Fantasy XX. And the fact is that you kind of have to take his jokes seriously. And when Square Enix shows off their engine technology, my imagination just goes wild what they could do with the next evolution to the game already itself. So I don't know. That's
what
just
feels like the odder thing to get initially adjusted to, calling this expansion EW, or when we got Shadowbringers and we all go SB giving way to SB. Like now we've all adjusted to SB SHB, but at the time we were like, really, guys? Like nobody
thought of this.
Thought we should have different initials.
I do want to call out
what feels odder.
I do want to call out Chili saying with Amazon's track record, it's probably going to be more like End World. Tip of the hat, sir. Thank you for being here live. Anyway,
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Hairstyle, new Easter event, new patch, giving way to FanFest, giving way to more new patch. Devlog saying quality of life is coming in to ring in the new expansion. I think it's a big day to just kind of start this season of hype as we move towards what is going to be a great year to be a 14 player.
It's going to be a really great year, guys. Just make sure you pace yourself accordingly. With anything, hype will draw you back into this game. It is inevitable that I know the last couple of weeks before Endwalker drops, I will not be able to pull myself away from this game. So just kind of plan out a nice time to kind of step away, check out any of the insane games that are on Game Pass. Check out, I think there'll probably be some new PS5 releases coming soon. We're waiting for news there. So note that there's going to be plenty of options for you to kind of check out. Don't feel guilty about dipping out. Get caught up on the MSQ. Make sure you have a plan to kind of take a breather from the game, because pretty much hitting the ground from the end of May, which is where we'll get the second half of this patch, till the release of Endwalker. It's going to be, it's going to feel long, it's going to feel exciting, and at the end of the day, you don't want to hit Endwalker and be like, okay, I'm done. So that's what we've got for you guys. Let us know what you're thinking. Obviously in the comments below. And I didn't say at the beginning because I'm still trying to get used to it. Be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, or you can always tickle that dislike button if that's so it's so up to your fancy. We have a couple ticklers out there. We always have somebody tickling that dislike button. I just want them to feel a little weird about doing it. All right, Chris, any final thoughts before we wrap up this video?
That's it.
All right, guys, be sure to keep it here locked here for more news, updates, discussions, guides, and more. But for Work to Game, my name's Brian.
My name's Chris.
Thanks for watching. Hopefully you have a fantastic day, and we hope to see you soon. But until then,
take care.